3 years after his nomination, the Somali Prime Minister Ali Mohamed Gedi has resigned. The man who was seen as capable of reuniting the country preferred to quit, rather than see through a referendum that might endanger the transitional institutions. The constant doubt over his legitimacy and the repeated crises with the President of the Republic pushed him to make this drastic decision. These days, he ponders the future from the safety of his home in Nairobi.
Political difference between myself and President Yusuf on the interpretation of some articles of the Charter. So instead of continuing the differences, instead of creating a conflict whatsoever, for the sake of my people of Somalia, for the sake of the nation, I decided to resign.
It was under his mandate that the transitional government, formed after 2 years of negotiations in Kenya, returned to the capital. It was he who organized, thanks to Ethiopian backing, a national reconciliation conference and the return to peace after battling and ousting the Islamic courts who ruled the country. According to his advisor, Daniel Borzat, Gedi's resignation could destabilize the whole country and plunge it into further crisis.
Could this affect the security of the country?
Yes, most definitely yes. Especially when you take into consideration the fact that since last June, the Prime Minister had put into gear a peace process with all the different communities, and even with the moderate Islamic courts, and this was working on.
For 5 days, clashes between the different factions have intensified in Mogadishu, killing scores. Gedi says he would return to his duties only if the institutions were respected, and, he says, that might only happen once a new presidential election takes place.